Grand Rise in Israel. Welcome. Just want to do this short video. Noticing a lot of our people are so attached to this world. They do things, selling their soul, not even understanding the consequences of that. They do this to be accepted by this world. Primarily going to be sharing some stories to those situations, some of my experiences, and it's mostly Negroes and Mexicans, and I'll be counting this mainly around the workplace. Give me a second. Put some light in there for a second. And it's tripped out the way it all go down in certain situations. With my black friends and my Mexican friends. Let me give you an example. Oh, by the way, I want to let y'all see this is the shirt I was talking about that I had done. I had owned this shirt for years, maybe 8-10 years. This is Tupac. And what I did was, we're not supposed to be rocking anything with graven images on it. Crosses, worshiping the dead. That's what the Catholicism Christian cross represents. When we taking in this new understanding of a new God, allegedly God's son, Jesus, who he is not God's son. They wrote him in the New Testament with that. So we're not supposed to have any graven images and wearing them. So I'm not honoring Tupac. I'm honoring the curses of Deuteronomy 28, tribe of Judah. And of course I had my fringes put on, beautiful fringes. And just let y'all get a full look at that. I'm proud of my seamstress. Yes, she does a beautiful job out of Houston area anyway. So let me get back to what I'm saying. Give you an example. I used to work for this oil company out of Houston, and it was about the time Obama got elected, or was going up for election. And I'm in the break room with my Mexican partner, and he a coon, I told him to his face. His name is Augustine, and it was it's a group of Mexican dudes, me and this other black dude. His name Quinn. My nickname is Q. Y'all know me as Roadmaster on here, but my nickname is Q. So they didn't call Quinn Q, they called him Quinn. They called me Q. And then we had a Puerto Rican partner. I ain't gonna give first and last names, but his name Ramirez. And dude black. He Puerto Rican, but you can't tell him he ain't black. So we in the break room. It's about the time of the election, and Augustine in there, rallying for who was he going up against? Romney or something? And he's doing this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that black man. Hey America. He just basically want to be accepted so bad. Now he's a first generation legalized Mexican in his family. His mother and his father are so-called, what this world calls illegal. They're not illegal. This is their land. So we going back and forth, and so we get out by the workbenches, and I say to him, I said, man, why you be riding these white folks' dick so hard? You know what I'm saying? He's one of the highest skilled technicians in our field. We blueprint readers. We build tools, oil excavation tools. This man knows these tools, how to break them down, build them, everything. But in the 16 years he worked there, they only made him a lead man. They never gave him a position of authority. Besides, he was just basically held down as a babysitter when somebody's of a supervisor position wasn't around. They had him play babysitter, but they would never pay him for his quality of work and skill that he had. So we all noticed this, you know what I'm saying, about this Augustine dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you be cooning like bad. So one day he says, yeah, Q, man, I don't have nothing against white people. You know, a white guy, he raised me. You know, took me under his wing, you know, when I was a kid. He used to come pick me up on his pickup and let me ride on the bed of his truck, take me to his farm. And I said to him, so whatever happened to old dude, white dude that took care of you, raised you, took you under his wing? He said, oh, he died. I said, did he have kids? He said, yeah, he had 3 kids. I said, he had all that land, huh? You used to come out there and, you know, hang out, and he used to have you do work on his farm and show you things, right? Yeah, he used to let me be in the shed, you know, and show me how to use tools and build this and that. I said, okay. I said, you say he passed away? He said, yeah. I said, what did he leave you? He said, what do you mean? I said, he got kids, he left them something, what did he leave you? He said, well, I got a bunch of clothes he you know, he let me get and everything. I said, dude, you was a pet. That man didn't, look, we get it twisted in this world because we want to, I'm talking about blacks, Negroes, and Mexicans, you know, not all of us, but some of us. This is our problem. This world got us so confused under the oppression of colonialization and enslavement and wanting to be a part of this American dream, which is an American nightmare. And my partner Ramirez, you know, me and him used to sit back and bust up laughing because of stuff we see, you know, from our counterparts, you know. And I used to get messed with bad at work because I was from Chicago, and dudes in the South are cut from a different cloth. Not all of them, don't get me wrong, some street cats up there. But the ones who want a piece of this American pie, the blacks, the Negroes, oh, they do a whole nother level of cooning. And so I used to get messed with all the time, but I didn't have no attendance problems. I never scrapped a tool the 6 years I've been there, and no write-ups. So I used to have to call corporate on these people harassing me. So, like the 3rd time I had called them, they called me in the office, and the lady says, I remember her name, Linda. She said, so, tell me what you think the issue is. I know what she wanted to hear. She wanted me here to say that it's because I'm black and they doing this and that. I told her that. I said, you know, I don't know what to tell you his problem is, you know. I said, I come to work like everybody else. I do what I'm hired in my job description. You ask him what the problem is. Maybe that's his problem. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worrying about it. I know that I'm taking it very personal because I told her this. I said, don't take this the wrong way, but if you know, if we was in the streets or something, I would hurt this guy. I said, I'm not making no threats in there. I'm just trying to say, when somebody keeps attacking you, you got to take it personal. And she's like, good answer. So I left the room. They called him in. His name was Bobby Gilbert. I'll put his first and last name out there, redneck ass. But they'll do this mediation, and the situation will go away for 6 weeks, 3 months, 4 months, and then come right back around. They didn't know when to stop. That's the problem with these people with their entitlement. So fast forward, we on the patio, me, Ramirez, Quinn, a couple of Mexican buddies, and this dude from Honduras. And Ramirez says to Quinn, he said, damn, man, Quinn, imagine if you and Q hung out, man, you know, how they be on y'all because y'all the 2 black guys. You know, they act like at these workplaces, if more than 2 people of color congregate, that you're plotting to overthrow the government or something, you know. So a lot of black folks, closetedly in their mind, cooning, don't want to be seen with another black person because they know this is what white folks think in authority. I don't pay attention to that, man. I'm here to do a job. I sit and eat and congregate with who I want. And the only reason why I didn't do so with Quinn, getting back to what he said to Ramirez, he said, "Oh man, I know. That's why I don't mess with Q, man. That's why I don't be around him, man. Cause I know they'd be at me if I sat with him at lunch. I know they'd be at me too, man. That's why I don't sit with Q." And I'm sitting there listening to him. He's saying this out loud, and I'm saying to myself, I don't mess with you because you're a lame. It ain't because I don't want them to see us together that I'm worrying about them attacking. They already attacking me. I'm not worrying about one more black friend around me gonna be a threat. But let me say this to say this, man. Hold on. I'm saying that to say this. The 12 tribes are all dark melanated people. They all come from the Negro stock blood. And we're selling our souls to be accepted by those who are not blessed or chosen to be a part of this world. Yet, selling our soul to be part of this kingdom when you should be fearing or welcoming the kingdom to come, which is only for the 12 tribes of Israel. And I don't know if my time is running out on this video. I gotta take this phone and get it looked at. This is a new phone, but I'm having some issues understanding it. Okay, I'm going into the 12 tribes. Now, you know, you got some that don't want to honor the 12 tribes. That's on you, you know. But bring forth some information or understanding, disputing that, and I can agree or accept any argument with support and foundation, you know. Hold on. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So I'm gonna read off the 12 tribes of Israel, what we might classify as nationalities. These are identifying our people, 12 tribes, melanated people. The 10 tribes are the northern tribe, the other 2 tribes being the third, including Levi, the darker tribes, the southern tribes. Oh, that's what that was saying. Let me take that off. Okay. Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans. Manasseh, the Cubans. Asher, the Brazilians and Venezuelans. Levi, the Haitians. Naphtali, the Hawaiians and Samoans. Issachar, the Mexicans. Zebulon, Panamanians and Colombians. Gad, the native Indians. Reuben, the Seminole Indians. Simeon, the Dominicans. Benjamin, the Jamaicans. Judah, the Negroes, us blacks here in America and abroad. Okay, so it's funny too, looking at how these curses of the 12 tribes are played out in our actions and what we do as a people trying to be accepted. You look at what Sammy Sosa just did and to his body, hating himself. I'm gonna bring that image up. For our people to want so bad to be accepted, and it's going into some debate I'm having online. So I'm having just a discussion, man. Something came up about Trump, and I don't get into no political debates with people online ever since I became woke. I understand Obama was used to keep us woke. I mean, keep us asleep from waking. Obama is a Hamite. If you look at Obama has never had facial hair. He can't grow facial hair. His daddy is a Hamite, full-blooded Hamite. His daddy looks like Roger from Good Times. I'm gonna get into, matter of fact, let me show that. I'm having to let this phone charge up, but just going into a lot of our confusion with us. You've never seen an African woman with an afro. That's an Israelite woman. That's what we rocked in the 60s, 70s, and 80s as women. Our women. African women have short hair. They're Hamites. Bring up, that's what I'm gonna do on here. A lot of sharing and depiction so y'all can see for yourself, man. You know, this is no joke. The curses are real. This our brother, Dominican, Sammy Sosa. He pulled the Michael Jackson, trying to be accepted. You know, it's sad when you see things like this. That was a handsome brother before he did that to himself, you know, and I'm saying that as a compliment, you know. I don't see what this brother saw in himself to want to look like this. This man looks like a whale's penis. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know how. He thought that was becoming of a man. Dominican Israelite man. I got plenty images I'm gonna share with y'all, so just bear with me. Tell me, bringing in your own comments, even if they worldly. Let's talk about it. As that comes up in the conversation, talking about it, some comedic brother came on my the last video I did talking about the title of it was So Some Still Think We African Hamites. And he comes on there, he got on that comedic cross with the loop at the top, look like a noose with some red, black, and green imagery of Africa. And you know, this dude going on there, and he's saying everything in the Bible has came forth, and we're Hamites, this and that. And I mean, the dude wasn't making no sense, and he says, what about Deuteronomy 28 that says no man shall buy you? And I said, so what are you saying? No man did buy us. He says, we're free now, and And I said, we're still in slavery. What are you talking about? And Black Wall Street shows you an example of what he says about no man shall buy you, meaning nothing we can do can escape these curses as a nation. No man shall free us as a nation of people. Puerto Rican, Dominican, Honduran, Hispanic, the Mexicans, they got Mexico. They don't own that. They're still in captivity, meaning that yes, they got that land, they got avocado fields, they got this and that, they got the cocaine trade, but as a people, they're not free. They're still oppressed. Look how they live, and they trying to get over here to be up under the rule of heathens. That lets you know no man shall prosper without his God. So this guy, he's going on, and he's not making sense, and everything he's bringing forth, I'm showing him out of the scriptures, dude, you got that interpreted wrong. But all he kept doing was going back and referring to the New Testament. And with that, I understand and seeing this is where the comedic brothers are getting their fuel from. The indiscrepancies in the New Testament. That's how they keep going and saying this book is not ours. All you're doing is pointing out the fact that the Gentiles, the heathens, the Edomites wrote their gods in and gave us a Jesus. That legitimately proves what you see and why you're saying what you're saying, but you're not understanding that if it's not supported by the Old Testament, it's just what it is. It's proof that they wrote their gods in and their lies. So that's why I told them this is where we can agree at, you know what I'm saying? But you still don't get it because you're trying to tell us that we're Hamites. There's no blessing in that. Where is that image, man? Hold on. Okay, this is back to what I was saying. This is Obama's father. Here's a Hamite. They can't grow facial hairs, goatees, dreads, afros, beards. This government used Obama to keep us asleep into thinking that we're next in line. We can almost do it. We can. We got a black man in office. He's not an Israelite. He's not a Shemite. He's not like us. They used it, played the race card, if you want to call it that, and trick you all to thinking that he's just like us. Obama is complicit, and he knows this, because anybody in the hierarchy, they're only there because they know the truth about God's people, who we are. And they must keep us below them. That's the only way they're going to keep their blessings coming, as long as we're asleep. So, you Puerto Ricans, you Negroes, you Mexicans, not so much the Native Indians, because I don't, I mean, yeah, then again, yeah, them too, because they bought into this whole thing with the casinos. They too, people say they got casinos. How could they be of the 12 tribes if they got their own casinos? They got a portion of this, those areas, the land-wise. They might not have to pay taxes, this and that. It's a minor compensation, because they put an upper echelons of them in charge over their people. If you see how they people live in New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arizona, the people on the reservations, or whatever they call those, around the casino, in charge of the casinos, live totally different than those of that land. The people get a paycheck, tax-free paycheck. I knew a friend of mine back in when I lived in Oakland, California, San Leandro area, had a friend. She was Native Indian, and she was Cherokee, and she got a check for when she turned 18, I believe 10, 20, 15,000, something like that. They get this money. It's a compensation, but it's worth nothing, because they know what they're going to spend it on as far as the cost of living and everything. It's nothing. It's what everybody's supposed to be getting. That's one tribe. That's one nationality in their understanding. That's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket. So, going back to this, that's Obama's daddy. Show you another image of him. Obama cannot grow facial hair. He is a Hamite. You've never seen that man with a beard or a goatee. Let me get off of him. I'm sharing as much as I can to keep my people in tune and in touch with the truth. Like I said, that Kemetic brother, he wanted to debate and fight, and everything he said, I had something to back up and prove where he was going off at. And it's amazing to see these guys' pages and see 2,000.7 followers. So that means it's 2,700 people following that fool. But then the comments didn't support. They basically they're subscribing to his page just to see what he say, because I read the comments, and they wasn't really feeling that. They looking for something by being there. They want to know something. They a lot of these people, a lot of our people, we want answers, so we seeking, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not even tearing him down for his position. I'm saying, when you're hearing something and it makes sense and it adds up and explains something, start researching it. Don't keep tearing it down. And I see where he was coming from trying to tear it down, because he's saying, I'm teaching the same thing that the camps are teaching. No, I'm not going to lie. I became woke when I came involved or to the understanding of the camps and everything. I started listening to what they're saying. But I got a cousin that's with IUIC, and they carry themselves like a cult. She actually came up against me, because at the time I was following GOCC, and they were doing this camp banging, telling you, if you ain't over here, you ain't got the truth. And I didn't believe that. I told her, hey, all of them got a remnant of the truth. I seen where they were erring at. But what really got me turned off from that affiliation, IUIC, was hearing how she was talking to me, and they taught this, that you can't associate with someone else, even if they woke in Israel, because they don't follow our doctrine. You can't follow them. They're going to hell. And she actually presented that to me, and I showed her where they were going off at, and I shared a scripture with her, and she told me she wasn't allowed to read it. I said, you in a cult. Ain't no way nobody gonna tell me something I can't read, and if I see that it don't make sense, or it does make sense, I'm not going to take it into my own understanding and use my own intelligence to weigh it. And she's still with them to this day. We haven't talked in almost since probably the first year of us both being woke. We got woke in the same month from different understandings, but the truth. And I have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? That's my cousin and love her, but you know, fools follow fools. I love her to no end, you know, but hey, you're going to walk that one by yourself. I'm never going to tell you you're going to hell because you don't believe what I believe in. But if you that strong of compassion because of what man tells you, and you don't want to read the words of God himself over what any school is influencing you to, you a fool. Why would I want to hold hands with you anyway? I love you, but do the fool over there. Nevertheless, share with you some more stories. So, this one, I was working for another oil company called Weatherford. And this black dude I met, I forgot Marcus, his name was Marcus. We were both working through a staffing company. He was from Tennessee, Nashville or something like that. And we worked in the same department. And I got into it with this white guy. Now this white guy had just destroyed a $30,000 tool, and they had to spend $10,000 to repair it. They had some Cambodian dudes working there. They had been working there like 6 years through a staffing service. But these Cambodians knew how to electronically wire all these oil excavation tools for drilling for oil. They trained the white guy. The white guy messed the wiring up and forgot to there's some epoxy coating around the wiring, and when they sent it to the oven, he messed the tool up. They had to spend $10,000 stripping this tool. This is a brand new tool. Now, anytime you tell something that's brand new, then got to send it to an oven to burn out the material that wasn't supposed to be in there, it's no longer brand new. But they sold this to a customer anyway. So they trained this idiot. So we were working some overtime, and they told me they wanted me to wire these two tools, and the white guy was going to show me how to do it. So I took my blueprints over there. The first tool he came over, he showed me. So I had these color markers. I keep highlighters. You know, I still even got them to this day. I keep highlighters for my work. So I'm highlighting the blueprint, how it's to be wiring as he's telling me. I got two tools to do. So I'm highlighting. First one, I wired like he showed me as I used the highlighter. Second one, I did the same thing off the blueprint. I asked him to come review both of the tools as I got done with them. The first one he said correct. Second one he came back, he said, no, that's not right. So hold on, man. You sure? Because I did this one the same way off this blueprint. I don't make no errors. I'm telling you that ain't right. Well then, dude, we gotta tear down the first one. The other one I told you was right. Why are you yelling at me, man? I'm trying to get this right because I'm not making a mistake you made. Because see, your white ass ain't gonna get fired evidently because you still here after messing the tool up. My black ass can't make the same mistake that you make. I'm asking you. You saying this is wrong, so we gotta tear both of them down. This motherfucker, this dude got mad. This is what I'm talking about. This entitlement with these ignorant fools. Dude, I ain't seen what you capable of. You're so prideful in your ignorance, you're not listening to what you're saying. I showed you the blueprints, how they highlighted. I can't make an error because it's highlighted. I'm going to do it exactly to specs, how it's done. And I asked you the first time, you said it was correct. So why this one not correct? What did I do different on here? And it's matching up with the blueprint. So you're saying the blueprint wrong, and if the blueprint wrong, the first one wrong. Long story short, black guy hear about this whole conversation. And I just walked by. I totally forgot. It was just between me and the white guy, I thought. But he evidently told everybody in the factory that's white, oh, this black guy's bucking up. I go by the black guy's office, his area, and I wasn't even going to mention nothing. I'm just standing there waiting on break, and he goes, had his head down, he didn't want to look at me like, man, you crazy. I said, what you talking about? He said, man, everybody talking about you, man. He said, it ain't even break time, but look in the parking lot. So I walk by the break room, I look out the window of the parking lot. All the white guys is in the parking lot, standing around some white dudes' pickup, smoking cigarettes. They were talking about me. This is a junior Klan rally. I was tripping out. This is in Texas. But I ain't getting no damn. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, the next day, I was fired. And I come up to the office, fat white guy in the office. I said to him, what happened, man? He says, Q, it's just one of them things. I said, well, is it something I did or didn't do? He never would look at me, just kept looking down. He's like, it's just one of them things. They didn't even give me a security escort. I was just told that my position was terminated. Didn't ask for my badge, nothing. So they must have been scared of me, but that bold to do what they did. And I always pondered on that thought of understanding, what does that mean? Just one of them things. That's like you walk up and just smack the snot out of somebody and say, why'd you smack me? Just one of them things. This is the stuff they do. So, quit cooning. Get you some backbone. Live your life. Because if this is your world, if this is all you want, then keep cooning. This is good as it get for you. But I want the kingdom to come. Shalom.